Hello, everybody. Good evening. Crazy Larry here again. I brought this subject up in past videos recently, but I wanted to tell you a little bit of information that I had started doing a little research on, and I thought you guys might like to know about it, which I thought was very interesting. Upon further, uh, you know, looking into, I know I had said that I believe I said Lanes or Loves was the first store on the eastern side of the mall, the first on that side, that anchor side. But I have information to tell you about all the stores that were there. Lanes was the first store on that side, and they went in 1960, and they stayed there till 1965, followed by Loves, which came in '66 and stayed there 2 years until S. Klein's came in. S. Klein's came in 1968, and they stayed there, believe it or not, till 1975, and when Corvettes came in. Corvettes stayed until 1982 when Gertz came in, and then Gertz didn't stay long because Stearns came right in '83, and Stearns stayed there a long time from '83 to 2001 when the present store, Macy's, on that end of the mall, which is a furniture and men's clothing outlet, came in, and that was in 2001, and it's still there today. I just wanted to straighten that little bit out. Now, as you well know, they are redoing the mall on the eastern side. Sears has been torn down, and I told you all about that in one of my other videos, so I'm not going to bring it up again. But I did want to tell you a couple of things about some of the stores. I had a lot of fun in that mall. That mall was a great mall. The pretzel stands, you used to get pretzels, hot pretzels, those big soft pretzels, 3 for a quarter, guys and gals. 3 for a quarter. Can you imagine that? It was amazing. And you'd get, as I said in another video, you'd get the iron-on shirts, all the pictures, whatever rock band you want, or whatever saying you wanted, you could get ironed on a shirt of your size in the J.J. Newberry store, which was right in the front of the store, and that was on the other side of the mall, closer to on the south side, closer to the other side, which of where Gimbel's was, which is where Macy's is today, the regular store, which is on the western side. Now, we used to walk up and down the mall, a place called the Nut Hut. We'd go buy all types of cashews and pistachios and walk around the mall and eat them. And we'd go to Len's and get a hamburger, and we'd get a soda in one of those cone-shaped cups with the metal holder. We used to love that. It was so much fun. You'd smell Len's all over the mall because it was one of those real luncheonette styles with a flame broiled, and you could see the fire going up, and they had a big window and showed the chef cooking it, and you could see the fire through the window. It was really cool. And of course, you had Lofts and Barricini candy stores, and they had all the fresh chocolates in there. And we used to like to buy orange rind, which was candied and then covered in chocolate. One of my favorite things as a kid. It was so delicious. If you've never had it, you got to try it. Don't knock it until you've tried it. It's really awesome candy. And of course, the raspberry gels and all types of great candy. And of course, they had the boxed chocolates as well. And when I used to get my clothing, I went to either Regent or Bonds on the north side of the mall, more towards where the Walgreens was, which was the only store which was open on Sundays because it was a pharmacy. Other than that, all the other stores were closed because of the blue law that we had which was a law stating that no stores were allowed to be open in the mall on Sundays. And that was, I thought, a nice law because it was nice and peaceful, and everything was so nice. It was this sort of thing that meant that you were supposed to take it easy on Sunday. No working, no shopping, just relaxing and doing just the relaxing things of life, And I loved that time. I thought it was an amazing time. And of course, other places in the mall I used to go regularly with Sam Goody. I would look at the records, the 45s. I'd buy diamond needles there for my record player, which I inherited from my brother, which was a quad with the 4 speakers with a little fold-down turntable, and I play all my records on there. It was so much fun. And I inherited a lot of records from my brother. That was my brother's stereo until he bought a new one. So he gave me that one. And then, of course, you had Woolworths with the original luncheonette. And there was a Pergament inside the mall, a small one, which we bought our little foyer when you walked in the front of my old house on Valley Stream Boulevard. We bought the tiles at that Bergman for that floor, and we had somebody put them in. I remember those tiles. They were like a grayish tile with a gold molding, a grout line, a gold, which actually was actual strips that you laid in as instead of grout, and it was put down just like the tile. It was really cool. And there were so many other stores to go to. Stride Right shoes for my shoes as a kid. Sneakers I would get in Herman's, which was outside the mall on Sunrise Highway, more towards my house. And I would buy all types of sporting goods there as well. And that was not in the mall, which I'll talk about in another video coming up. And that's about it for tonight. I just wanted to fill you in on a couple of things. I thought that was a little fun, little conversation tonight. I hope everybody has a good night, and I'll talk to everybody soon. Have a good night, everybody. Bye. Toodaloo.